Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio is streaming now on Netflix, and if you want to step a little into the world he created with co-director Mark Gustafsson, this exhibit is amazing. Crafting Pinocchio at the Museum of Modern Art in New York offers a rare look at the puppets, designs, sets, and work that went into bringing Pinocchio to life in all its stop-motion beauty. The exhibit includes actual puppets and sets that were used in the film, and examples that show how they make the scenes and the story come to life. Video sequences show how much work goes into just seconds of film, essentially moving the puppet slightly, taking a picture, and then repeating the process. Since 1 second of film is 24 frames, animators have to capture 24 shots just for 1 second of film, and often there are numerous puppets that they're animating in every scene. Around the 3 rooms of the exhibit, you'll see major set pieces and dozens of puppets, including the wood sprite and the Angel of Death. The details are so beautiful, and if you ever wondered how a stop-motion film can take years to make, this gives you a pretty good sense of the long process that's involved. The co-directors worked with a number of teams, all filming simultaneously, but in a good week, one team can only produce 3 to 5 seconds of film, and the entire film is close to 2 hours long, just to give you a sense of what that means. The exhibit even shows some of the more chilling ways that Pinocchio addresses the history in the story, while also showing off the textures, colors, and elements that make up every scene. There are 3 rooms in the main exhibit, including this room that features the naval mines, not far from the terrible dogfish, and some of the other sea life from the film. One wall features a collection of pretty much every character from the film, including the circus performers, so you can really get up close and see all of the little details. Depending on the scenes, some puppets are bigger or smaller, so you'll find some rather large versions of the characters and some tiny ones. And of course, you'll find Sebastian J. Cricket. For anyone who loves film or might even be considering working in film one day, it's a really special exhibit behind the creative process of a legendary storyteller. There is a lot to explore, even including the board they use to plan out each week of production with all of the teams. It's only a small collection of everything that went into the film, and it's amazing to see in every detail. Work on the film started 10 years ago, and Del Toro was very passionate about bringing Pinocchio to life, particularly because of the story of father and son. I spoke to the director and he said, "I really think the lesson was for Geppetto, so he becomes a real dad, which is a much better fable," Del Toro said. And he said that because he thought it was better than the story of Pinocchio becoming a, quote, real boy. And I love what he had to say about the characters in the film. He said, "I think Pinocchio is such a pure soul that everybody that he encounters in the film winds up finding out something wonderful about themselves just reflected in him. He's literally naked pretty much the whole film, the same way we all come into the world." What sets Del Toro's Pinocchio apart from so many films, and the way it fits perfectly alongside so many other amazing stop-motion films, is that the directors are clear that it's not a children's film. Animation is the medium, not the genre, and that's often mistaken for children's films. There are so many beautiful moments captured in this exhibit, but if you haven't seen the film yet, there is one slight spoiler in the exhibit just to warn you. Feel free to skip ahead a few seconds if you don't want to see that spoiler. Guillermo del Toro Crafting Pinocchio is at MoMA until April the 15th, and then the exhibit will arrive at the Portland Art Museum in June and run until September 2023. The film is streaming now on Netflix, and it's one of 2022's best films. And I have to say, at the end of the exhibit, you'll also find a tribute to all of the people involved in bringing the film to life, plus these two little puppets by the door. Take a peek in case you missed these. Yes, as the two confirmed when I spoke to them that day, you'll find both directors make a cameo in the film. The Museum of Modern Art has some other elements from Pinocchio on display around the museum, so watch for those near the cinemas. I also had a chance to see the puppets up close and personal, and let me tell you, they are amazing. The detail is spectacular. Thank you to Netflix for the preview of the exhibit.